I want to take a moment and celebrate someone. And I'm not going to give any like personally identifying details, but I was on call with this person today and she was talking about how it's like she's got three full-time jobs right now with taking care of her family and taking care of her business and taking care of the like house stuff and all of the everything that needs to be taken care of. And she was expressing frustration and hurt and resentment. But she was also talking about how she was like speaking up for herself and how she was sharing her needs and like that she wasn't just letting it go under the rug, but she said it in such a casual way of like, of course I'm like speaking up for myself and of course I'm saying these things, but it's so tiring and it's like, wait, stop. We need to take a moment and celebrate you because you're talking about it like it's this super casual thing that you just spoke up for yourself, but it's not. Because I remember when you were self-abandoning, and you are not self-abandoning right now. Like, yes, I hear you that things need to change. I hear you that you are exhausted, and that, you know, that you're at a level that's not sustainable right now. I absolutely hear you and honor that. But we also need to take a moment and honor you because you're speaking up for yourself. You are communicating with your loved ones. You are setting boundaries that need to be set, even when it's uncomfortable. And I remember when you couldn't speak up for yourself in that way, and that's not something small to just brush by. That's not something you brush by. I mean, that is something that we brush by. That is something that, myself included. Yeah, I just got a mental image of a mirror. Myself included, thank you for that. Myself included, a lot of people just brush by those little moments of progress. And we brush by them because we either don't notice them or we don't value them or think that they're significant. But that is, like, the fact that this person was speaking up for herself and not just allowing herself to be run over and not just allowing herself to be put aside for taking care of others' needs, that is not a small thing. Like, that is incredible progress. And I'm so incredibly proud of her. And it was like so important to me that I just interrupted her like train of thought. Like, I hear you. I understand that what you're saying is important, but we need to celebrate you because this is important. This is huge growth that like you just blew over, like you were talking about the weather. This isn't like this is a piece of big growth that like is so significant that you are not abandoning yourself anymore. And like we ended up like crying together and talking, but like I just I needed to share this moment both with her in that moment of stopping her and interrupting her train of thought of like all of these things need to get done and I don't have time, like interrupting that train of thought to bring her back to the present of like, wait, hold on, you just said something huge and we need to celebrate you for that. But I also want to share it with you because if you are doing something different than you've done in the past, that needs to be celebrated, and I am proud of you. Even if you haven't shared it with anyone else, even if you don't talk about this growth or this change with anyone else, you don't have to talk about it for it to still be growth and for it to still be worth celebrating. Oh my gosh. Like, if you have spoken up for yourself, I'm proud of you. If you haven't spoken up for yourself, but you're aware of a situation that you could speak up for yourself, I'm proud of you. If you are sharing with other people in a new way and letting yourself be vulnerable, like this person was incredibly vulnerable and brave today, I'm proud of you, and I see you. And I hope that you can be proud of you as well, because that's not a small thing. That's an incredible accomplishment, and you deserve to be celebrated. You deserve to be celebrated. That's it. I just wanted to say that today. And if you've never met me before, hi, my name is Ali, and I help people recovering people pleasers to improve their relationship with themselves and come home to themselves through practices of self-trust and through practices like this of taking a moment to stop and fucking celebrate yourself. And just a real quick visual description. I'm sitting on a gray couch and I'm wearing a light gray tank top. You can see some of my tattoos. I'm wearing a blue head buff, and there's some pinkish blondish hair behind my shoulder and a light wall behind me. But yeah, you deserve to be celebrated. You deserve to be celebrated because you are worthy. You are enough. And you are loved. I promise. Thank you so much for watching.